girls and boys, and welcome to Maths for Tuesday. Today we are learning how to count money and how to make a dollar. So how to count enough coins that we've got a dollar amount in our hand. There are lots of different ways to make a dollar, and we're going to have a little look at how to make some of those combinations today. All right, counting money. You have been learning this year in maths, your skip counting skills. I wonder if I give you a moment to tell me, talk to the screen, it might feel silly. Tell me, what are the three numbers we learned to skip count by in year one? We skip count by 2s, by 5s, and by 10. Can you skip count by 2 with me to 12? Say it out loud. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Can you skip count by 5 with me to 25? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We went too far. Can you skip count with me by 10s to 100? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There are actually 100 cents in $1. How many cents are there in $1? 100 cents. Cents are smaller than dollars. Our silver coins are our cents, and they're smaller than a dollar. It's more valuable to get a gold coin, a dollar coin. They're worth more. They'll buy you more at the shops. So you need 101 cents to make a dollar. Now, we don't actually have a 1 cent piece in Australia. Our smallest coin is this one here, 5 cents. But we can use our skip counting by 5 to help us count money. You have to skip count by whatever number is on all the coins. So if I've got 5 on all of these coins, that means I can skip count by 5. Let's skip count together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That means there's 25 cents in this plate. Over here, there's only one coin, so I know I have 50 cents. In this plate, I'm just going to count my dollars. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are $4 in this plate. The question says, can you find the plate with 50 cents on it? I wonder if you can point with your finger now. This one, well done. All right, we're going to keep practicing our counting money. You'll see now these plates don't have all the same type of coin on them, which means I can't just count by 5s for every coin. When I'm counting money, I start with the biggest amount. Do I start with the smallest amount? No, I start with the biggest coin. In this plate, can you tell me what's the biggest coin? Point with your fingers or say it out loud. 20 cents. Good. What's the next biggest coin? 10. What's the smallest coin? 5. So when I count, I'm going to count in that order. First, I'll count the 20 cents, then I'll count the 10-cent coins, and last, I'll count the smallest amount, the 5 cent. So I need to hold the biggest number in my brain, 20. Now I'm going to count on 10s, and I know my skip counting by 10s to help me. After 20 comes 30, 40, 50. Now I need to add on that last 5. You can either do 50 plus 5 in your head to work out the amount, or you can think of your skip counting pattern. After 50 comes 55. That means in this plate, there's 55 cents because I haven't quite made 100 cents yet to call it a dollar. Once I get over 100 cents, I have some cents and some dollars. Have a look at this plate. What's the biggest coin you can see? 50 cents. Now, we haven't learnt at school skip counting by 50 cents, but I wonder if you're clever enough to work it out. Remember, skip counting is just adding that amount on each time. So when I skip count by 2, I'm just adding 2, plus 2, plus 2. When I skip count by 5, I'm just going 5 plus 5, plus another 5, plus another 5. So skip counting by 50 means I start with 50, hold the biggest number in my brain, and just add another 50. And do you remember what I said 100 cents is? 100 cents is $1. So that means these two coins together equal $1. What does that mean these two 50-cent coins would equal? Another dollar. So I've got $1 over here, another dollar down here, and then this one, he's a bit left out. So I just say I've got $2 and 50 cents left over. Sometimes there can be some dollars and some cents in my amount. But I'm not finished counting my plate yet. My smallest little coin, which I count last of all, is a 5 cents. I'm not going to add him to the dollar amount. He's a cents, so I'm going to match him with the other cents left over here. 50 plus 5, or 50 skip count on 5 more, is 55. So the amount in this plate is $2.55. All right, I want you to call out loud or point on the screen. What is the biggest coin in this plate down here? 10 cents. That means I'm going to start by counting him first. All the rest are 5 cents, so I can use my skip counting by 5 skill to help me count the amount down there. But hold the biggest number in your brain first. I've got 10 cents and I need to skip count on by 5 from that starting number. Starting on 10, let's skip count by 5, 15, 20. Count out loud with me. 25, 30, 35, 40. And when I'm counting coins, do you notice how I'm pointing to each one? If you had a piece of paper, you could be crossing each one out as you counted it. That way you don't get too confused and lost where you are up to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, plus 10. Starting on 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I have 40 cents altogether in this tray. This one's easier to count how many coins I have because in each tray, you've just got one type of coin, which straight away tells you what number you need to skip count by, and you don't need to fuss around by figuring out what's the biggest coin and then ordering your coins in size all the way down to your smallest coin and counting them in that order. So here I can just count by ones. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many dollars, because that's my gold coin, it says the word dollar here. How many dollars in this tray? $6. Over here, what number? Call it out. What number am I going to skip count by? You're right, 10, because I see 10. So 10, count with me, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's no more coins to count, so that's where I stop. How many cents are in this tray? 50 cents. I haven't quite got to 100 cents yet, so I don't say dollar. If the number's under 100, it's still in cents. Down here, we don't necessarily know how to skip count by 20, but there are a couple of different strategies in our strategy backpack that we can use to help us work out the answer to this maths problem. There are lots of different ways to solve maths problems, and lots of people's brains work things out differently. Some people might go 20 plus 20 plus 20 to work out how many coins altogether in this plate. Some people might use the split strategy. Do you remember that 1 year one? Well, where I pull apart the units and the tens column, and I add the tens column and the units separately. So I'd add 0 plus 0 plus 0 first and write 0 down here. 2 plus 2 plus 2 next, 2, 4, 6, and write 6 here. And the number that I've written is 60, telling me there's 60 cents in this tray. You could use the split strategy. Another way you might like to solve this problem is use your knowledge of skip counting by 10. If I can skip count by 10 and I know that there's 2 tens in 20, 10, 20, then I know that I can actually skip count by 10 when I see 20-cent coins by pointing to each coin twice when I'm skip counting by 10. So I'll go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There are 60 cents all together in my tray. And that works because I know that there's 2 tens in each of these 20-cent coins. If I pulled a 20-cent coin apart, I would have 2 10-cent coins. All right, what I want you to do today is your job is to find 4 different ways to make $1. You can show me those 4 different ways by writing them down, by drawing them, or by playing. You might like to get the money from your mum or dad's wallet, if they'll let you. You might like to get some play money. If you're at school, there's play money in Mrs. Topman's classroom you can tell the teacher about. I want you to practice counting money like we've learnt today, starting with the biggest coin and then the next smallest, next smallest, next smallest, using your skip counting strategies. And I want you to find 4 different ways to make $1 out of coins. So you could have 2 50-cent coins equals $1. Then get another plate and make a different way to make $1. Get another plate and make a different way to make $1 until you have 4 different ways to make $1. Then what I would like you to do is I want you on Seesaw to film yourself on video, pointing to each coin and counting it out loud to prove to me that you've made $1 in 4 different ways. And count the coins and show me how you can count money. So you might say, "Hi, Mrs. Topman, here's one way to make $1. I have made $1 using only 20-cent coins. So let's count together. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Now I have 100 cents. I know that I have $1. You could do this on plates from your kitchen. You could do this on paper plates. You could get little baskets. You could make paper origami little baskets. If you're at school, you can use the Coles Mini Shop red shopping baskets in my room. You can be as creative as you like, and I would love to see how creative you've got when you film it at the end on Seesaw. Once you've done that, there'll just be a quick money colouring in activity on Seesaw under the little light bulbs called activities for you to fill out. It's a picture of a koala and you're just colouring each of the different parts using the key underneath. So for 20 cent, you might, for example, colour it green, and you need to look at what colour to colour each part of the picture. I hope you have a great day with your Maths Year 1. Well done.